Hi, today I want to talk about what God has taught me fighting the good fight as a Christian really means. I had an experience somewhat recently. I think it must have been maybe a couple days ago, maybe was that yesterday? I had an experience recently where I was in an argument with my spouse. I was seeing everything through my own lens, my own eyes, and um, I realized I even filmed a video about this. I had pulled up the Bible verse that morning, and it talked about how we should stick to our faith, fight the good fight, and prove ourselves or act like representatives of God on earth. And immediately I thought, wow, today is gonna be spicy. uh, and it was. I mean, I ended up having that argument, uh, and at the time, I misinterpreted that verse immediately. I thought, oh, it's about taking a stand against evil and mm, fighting for what you think is right, or yes, like what you think is right. Mm, the values, right? The values of a Christian. So, I guess an example would be something like the fruit of the spirit. Like, oh, this person is not acting in accordance to these uh, fruits of the spirit. So immediately, I was pulled into myself and my own ego, and I couldn't see. I was trapped by my own my own way of seeing things and thinking I was in the right because I am in pursuit of these values and I am a Christian. And um, it's very easy to fall into that trap. But mm, let me tell you that fighting the good fight has nothing to do with being against evil. Although we should, uh, I think it is up to us to condemn evil, to know what evil is, and to despise it. I think that's what the verbiage that the Bible says. The Bible says despise evil. Although we are not to like it, I don't think that the best way to uh, to defeat evil is um, like head on aggression. It's more uh, it's more like a big hug. Like a big hug to yourself and a big hug to others. Mm, it takes a lot of patience, which I believe is like one of the fruits of the Spirit. Patience. It takes a lot of humility. It takes a lot of dedication to mm, preserving or walking towards a harmonious resolution together. It is not easy because, we might have valid reasons that we see for ourselves. We might be truly hurt and in our minds really think this person did something that really hurt my feelings and that wasn't right. And yes, you you probably are right in that sense. It is very easy to say something you didn't really mean or speak too fast mm, in an argument, but um although that is the case, thinking that you are right, um, and not giving the other person's concerns and thoughts and feelings uh, just as much weight, if not more weight, than your own, um, doesn't allow you to uh, dissolve your ego, um, which is what ultimately allows for unity and what feels like embracing the wholeness of the relationship and being together. So I don't know if I explained that very well. It's very fresh, so it's kind of hard for me to articulate. But I thought I needed to say that because I recently watched something on YouTube. Um, a lot of the language was about, a lot of the language felt very confrontational and very like divisive, as in like us us versus them, or uh like we don't do that and we're just these people, these Christians over here, we're dedicated to something better. These people are just like the law the law of the spirit, and it's like no. We are all uh we are all creations of God, and I think we owe it to God to aim towards harmony. And I think that it feels a lot better. It feels a lot better in the end. Even even if you don't get exactly what you want, or even if you don't feel completely understood, it feels a lot better in the end to see, to be willing to see another person and where they're at, and for them to be willing to see you where you're at, and to feel that mutual, like, I see what you're going through and I care, and I want to meet you where you're at. Even if it's not like the situation completely changes overnight, I feel like it's so common. At least for me, it's like super easy to want like a overnight solution or overnight change, and I don't think, I feel like the although that does happen sometimes, I feel like we are all changing in little bits and pieces, and God is always working our hearts, remolding. What is that? I forget where I heard this. I think it's in Run with the Horses. It's a book about the prophet Jeremiah. Uh, God's the potter. That's what he mentions, and we're always being like remolded and put through the fire and reworked. Our clay is being reworked at all times by all those around us, especially close ones, loved ones. Um, so yeah, fight the good fight for love. uh, Not against others. It shouldn't even feel like um, it shouldn't feel like you're fighting someone. It should feel like you're fighting for something greater that you both get to be a part of. um, yeah, I think that's what I want to say. And also, don't give up, because I think that's the insidious nature of sin and evil. It's like it will keep popping up, trying to divide families, divide friends, divide communities, divide the country, as is happening now. Mm-hmm. Well, it's always happening, but it's most obvious now, I guess, with the internet. Um, yeah, that's what I want to say. Be brave. Be brave to choose to choose being soft in your heart and being an example to others, especially people that don't do this. Not just non Christians, but people that don't do this. It takes a lot, but I think we can slowly inspire people. And yeah, I think that's the goal. Okay.